When traveling on open highways, you never know when you will meet or approach other vehicles, so always be prepared. If a long line of vehicles approaches you, slow down and move as far over to the right as you can. Look for escape routes off the road in case one of them tries to pass. The same procedure applies when you approach an oncoming, slow-moving vehicle. An impatient driver may be behind it and may swerve out to pass it. If you meet another vehicle on a steep hill or hilltop and the road is not wide enough to pass, the downhill-facing vehicle must reverse until the uphill-facing vehicle can safely pass. It's easier and safer to reverse up a steep hill than down one. Some open highways are not equipped with street lights. When other vehicles are not close by, drive with your high beams on. When you approach an oncoming vehicle, dim your lights before the vehicle comes within 500 feet of you. To retain your own vision, do not look at the vehicle's headlights. Look at the right side of the road. When you approach another vehicle from behind, dim your lights before you get closer than 300 feet. Curves in the road require a slower driving speed and more caution. You may not see a hazard on the other side of the bend. If you slow down when entering a curve, you give yourself enough time to stop before hitting a potential hazard. It is better to slow down gradually than to brake suddenly. Road workers, closed lanes, animals, slow-moving and stalled vehicles, steep hills, blind curves, and weather-related conditions are just some of the hazards you may encounter. Don't be lulled by the scenery and long roads into a completely relaxed frame of mind. Stay alert. Thanks to gravity, hills present some unavoidable problems while driving. If you use lower gears on steep hills, you will be one step ahead of the main problem. While traveling uphill, lower gears will give you more power to prevent losing speed or taxing the engine. Going downhill, lower gears will help control the vehicle's speed while simultaneously preventing the brakes from overheating. Watch downhill speeds, especially on roadways where you cannot see far enough ahead. Never coast downhill in neutral, as it is not only illegal but also dangerous. If your brakes happen to fail, use progressively lower gears to slow your vehicle. The engine may whine, but it will be better off handling high revs than a boulder at 120 miles per hour. Long, steep hills can overheat your engine if your engine is not well maintained, so make sure all fluids are topped off before driving in the hills. Mountain driving is similar to driving on hills, except it is even more challenging. Halfway up a mountain is not the time to discover you have problems with your vehicle, so check its condition before leaving. Check to verify that the radiator water and oil levels are correct. Are there any hose leaks, and are the belts in good shape? Follow the basic speed limit. Don't drive faster than is safe for the constantly changing conditions of mountain roads. Pull out at turnouts or any other space where it is safe, so faster-moving vehicles can pass you safely. If you want to pass slower-moving vehicles, wait until they pull out at a turnout or you come to a passing zone. It is otherwise not permitted or safe to overtake on mountain roads. There are two problems you may encounter as a result of the reduced oxygen in the air at high altitudes and the extra work required of the engine. The first is overheating. It's probably the most common problem. Keep an eye on your temperature gauge. If it starts to climb, try turning off the air conditioning and turning on the heater. If the temperature keeps rising, pull off the roadway and let the radiator cool off before you have a crisis on your hands. Sometimes water faucets are provided on mountain roads. Use these to spray the radiator, not the engine, and so cool it gradually. The other problem is vapor lock, caused by gas vaporizing in the fuel lines instead of flowing to the carburetor. It can stall your vehicle before you have time to move off the roadway. If this happens, Move your vehicle off the roadway and let it cool down before resuming your journey. You can speed the process by pouring water over the fuel line running from the carburetor to the fuel pump. You may also have purchased gas formulated for winter driving, which vaporizes faster, so fill up at the next gas station with what will hopefully be summer gas.